Guys, welcome to Nothing Remotely Controversial. This is a show that Joshua and I do every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where I banter and rant probably today about any news I find interesting. Joshua, who is a professional psychic, uses his psychic magic to peer beneath the surface and tell us what is going on. Well, the other thing I wanted to talk about, we have like 10 minutes left. I wanted to talk about the VP debate that's happening for tomorrow. And I want to see if we can get some predictions.
That's tomorrow, eh?
It is tomorrow. And I have to say, one of the things we should psychic before we wrap up is if they're going to go ahead, Trump and Biden, with the next two debates. But I want to talk about the VP debate for a second, because here's what I think is going to happen. And tell me what you think about my prediction. So we've got Kamala Harris, who has shown that she will be, like, I'm trying to find a term that, like, no one is going to be able to clip it and say I'm saying something offensive. Bombastic, maybe a little bit more, I was going to say uppity. I'm just going to say uppity. Like, Kamala Harris is going to be uppity in this debate, okay? And I don't say that as, like, any sort of, like, black person thing or black woman thing. I say that because Kamala Harris is uppity.
Actually,
I call you uppity all the time. Yes, I do. I call Joshua uppity all the time. This is not a black thing. This is not a woman thing. It's not Kamala. It's a Kamala Harris thing. And you got Mike Pence, who's going to be stoic, because that is just who Mike Pence is. Mike Pence is like the most boring person ever in the history of people. And so what I think is going to happen in the VP debate is Mike Pence is going to be his typical boring self, and Kamala Harris is going to be uppity. And it's going to, like, you know how I was talking about how, like, the contrast between Trump and Biden was actually part of the problem in the last debate? Like, the contrast between the two of them was, like, too much. And I think it made Trump look worse, right?
Okay.
Because the contrast was just too much. I think exactly the opposite is going to happen here. I think there's going to be a lot of, I think the same thing's going to happen, but it's going to go in the reverse direction. So I think the contrast between Mike Pence and Kamala Harris is going to be really, really significant. And it's going to make Kamala Harris look even more crazy as a result, because Mike Pence is going to be so stoic. What do you think?
Well, Mike Pence is a Gemini, okay? And the moon will be in his sign, which I would say normally could go in his favor. And he also, I think, being a Gemini, he has two different sides. He's not always that boring. Geminis are very, very, very smart. So are Libras, but in a different way.
Wait, hang on. Hang on. You're going to appreciate this. Mount that like button. Sorry to interrupt. I just saw that. I had to. Go ahead.
I think that you got to remember, Kamala is a lawyer. I mean, she's a DA. I mean, who argues better than lawyers, right? So I don't know. But let's look at the cards, because I think astrologically it's like anybody's game. It could be so Gemini that Pence, it's like too much energy for him, but it should go his way if he's loose and he feels good. But when does Mike Pence feel loose and feel good?
Never.
Right. So there we go. So how do you, it would be better. Yeah. Let's see. How do you want to ask this question? You want to be like, how is Mike Pence going to do in the debate? How's that?
Sure.
Okay. Just say that for me.
How will Mike Pence do in the debate?
Tomorrow. And tell me to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Love the world. I think he's going to do pretty good. He has love in his life, and that love, when you have love in your life, that's your secret weapon. So I might be tough on Mike Pence, but he's got love in his life. So,
well, he's doing better than a lot, I guess.
That's going to help. I mean, think of it this way. I mean, love conquers all, right? It even conquers the debates. So if you are living love and you are love, you're going to win. So I don't know. You want to look at Kamala, how she's going to do?
Let's look at her as well.
Let's do a compare and contrast analysis.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. I know, very fancy. And do me a favor and just say, how is she going to do in the debate?
How will Kamala do in the debate?
And tell me to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Not good.
Oh, so
No.
this is like actually like really clear then. Ooh,
Yeah, I think there's going to be, with the 5 of discs, this is a throat chakra issue. This is like a low self-worth issue. So there's something that she's not feeling very good, is my guess. That's number 1 with the 5 of discs. With Prince of Wands, she can get a little bit fiery. I would call it more fiery.
Uppity.
I don't know if uppity's fiery. I mean, maybe it is. Fiery can be a little bit, I don't think it's a good look for a woman, quite frankly.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that is going to turn the wheel of fortune. I don't think it's going to go in her favor.
And this is what I said too, because I think the contrast between the two of them is going to be really, really stark. So it's even going to make it even more severe, I would imagine.
Yeah. She's being thrown for a loop. Yeah, she needs to get, I mean, how would you feel if you were her? I mean, can you imagine having Joe Biden as a running mate? I mean, she must be beside herself. Who could blame her for not doing her best in a debate?
Did you see she was on the cover of Elle?
Pete's sake.
Listen, I'll Google it. Hang on. Kamala Elle. I'll Google it right now. I'll bring it up. I didn't even think it was a good cover. Like, I was like, I think she looks so goddamn phony. Hang on. She does, Joshua.
She's a Libra. They can look very phony. She
looks phony, right?
Phony, yes. They're also beautiful, though, Libras. In all fairness.
I don't think it's a good picture. Esmeralda says Harris is going to use the race and the woman card. You know, I saw a commercial today that was literally a Harris race woman card commercial. First of all, like it was like a little black girl like on the couch watching TV and Joe Biden is naming Kamala Harris as the VP, and the black girl, like, she perks up and she's like, wow. And then you see her on the debate stage at her school, like up at the podium, because she's like, if Kamala can do it, I can do it too. And then it fades out and it says, vote for her. I was like, this is a Harris for president commercial. What are you doing? She is not the top of the ticket.
Yeah. It's pretty bad, but I think that she's going to come across as too feisty, and it's going to rub people the wrong way.
I think so as well. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Per usual, I will be snarky tweeting the debate. I will not be doing a live stream because everyone and their mother does a live stream, but I will be snarky tweeting. And so we'll see how that goes. But before we wrap up today, Joshua, let's psychic if Trump is going to make it to these second and third debates.
Yep. Let's look at the second.
Okay.
And do me a favor, just pose that question.
Can I ask, will the second debate happen? Is that a better question? Well, I suppose they're both the same.
Yeah, I think that it's easy to focus on one person.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Will Trump make it to the second debate?
And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Will Trump make it to the second debate? Swiftness, 9 of Swords, happiness.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I can't wait. I hope Trump practices, though. I hope he preps more than he did for the first debate, and he just rains it back to like several notches.
You don't think that he prepped for that debate?
No, I don't think he prepped at all. No.
Really?
No.
Oh, I don't know. I think he did his prep for that debate, Karlyn.
I don't think he did. If he had prepped, he would have been able to answer, here's what I did. Trump in the next debate needs to lay out, here are my accomplishments. Here is what I did.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right. Well, guys, we have reached almost the end of the show. And as Joshua has already said, this is like a little bit of like a weird day. Like, Joshua, what is in store for us this week?
Well, we're on a waning moon cycle, so it's still time of like letting things go, because at the end of next week, on the 16th of October, which is next Friday, we have a new moon in Libra. So this is the week of like letting stuff go and moving on and saying, nope, no more of that. Can't have that. So it's time to clean things up and just get out of your life things that you're no longer looking for, and wrapping things up too. finishing off things for your news cycle a week from this coming Friday.
Awesome. And guys, if you enjoy Joshua, as I know most of you enjoy Joshua, some of you hate watch him, but that's okay. If you love it or hate it, that's fine.
I feed off of your hate.
Joshua does have his own YouTube channel, and he has launched his own talk show. And I was his very first guest, and my interview is up now. So, and Joshua, I think when is Mikey's interview going up? Is that already up?
It's going to be up next week. It will be up next week. Yeah.
Excellent. And guys, just so you know, I will be back. I'll be doing another live stream on Thursday with Dr. Howard Asher. Now, remember, we had to postpone Howard's last live stream because he wasn't feeling well, but Howard is back now. He's ready to go. And we'll be on this channel Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And we're going to do Ask Dr. Howard. So I'm going to be putting out a call for questions on like Twitter and YouTube. And so you can submit any questions you want about how to deal with your friends and family members that have Trump derangement syndrome and get some helpful sage advice from Dr. Howard about how to deal with them. And then on Friday, I'm going to Nashville, Tennessee for the next walkaway rally because we don't effing stop ever. We will be in Nashville on Saturday. So if you're in the greater Nashville area, I believe the rally is at 2 p.m. There is information at walkawaycampaign.com. I know I'm going, Mikey's going, Brandon's going. There'll be other people there. I just don't know who yet. So I hope to see some of you in Nashville. All right. That's all we have for tonight, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. And we will be, Joshua, will we be back next week? Or is that not next week you're taking off, the week after you're taking off?
Yeah, next week we'll be back, same time, same place.
Yep. Okay. So see you guys next week, next Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. for more Psychic Tree. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your night. Bye.